Hi, thanks for staying with us. I'm Jenny Groh, and it's time for our weekly Adopt a Pet segment. Rita Hart from the Humane Society of St. Lucie County is here with us, and Dr. Leonard Fox from the Animal Hospital of Westport St. Lucie is here.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Hi, Jenny.
Who is this lovely lady making herself right at home on our table?
Very comfortable, isn't she? This is Mabel, and she is a 6-year-old. We have her listed as a beagle. Dr. Fox mentioned before we started filming, he thinks maybe she has some basset hound in her, and that's probably true. She's got a temperament of a basset hound, just very laid back.
Right.
She is one of the sweetest dogs I've ever brought on your set.
Yeah.
She just very mellow, tail wagging all the time, just wants to be loved and
adopted.
You know, cuddle up and adopted.
No.
That's right. She's healthy as far as we can tell. Her owner did turn her in for reasons that I don't know, and it's not listed in her record. So sometimes we never know why the owners have to turn them in to us. But she is so sweet, and you walk by her kennel at the shelter in Fort Pierce, and her tail just wags for attention.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Now, how old is she?
She is 6, and as far as we can tell, as healthy as can be. She likes to walk on the leash. She was great in the car ride on the way here today. I can find no reason that she wouldn't be great in any home.
I think she'll be a great pet for somebody, for sure.
So is that
with very little maintenance.
Level 1 then?
Level 1, yes.
Okay,
kids
great.
of any age, yeah.
Okay, great.
So she's just a mellow, very sweet dog.
She's mature. Yeah. Well, wonderful. If anybody's interested in Mabel, how do they get more information?
They can see her on our website, which is hsslc.org. But I always tell people, come up to the shelter in person, because calling isn't going to do any good. You can't put a dog on hold over the phone. We want you to come up, meet and greet that dog. If you have another dog in your home, we want that dog to meet Mabel, for example, to make sure they're going to get along. And even if the dog that you're interested in has been adopted by the time you make the trip up to our shelter, there are hundreds more to choose from.
Yeah, exactly.
Just as sweet as she is.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. And Dr. Fox, you're here. Let's talk a little bit about, gosh, we're in hurricane season. What kind of things do owners need to be aware of for their pets?
Well, it's great, and I know we talk about it every year, but I just can't talk about it enough. Every single year there's going to be a natural disaster somewhere, and the influx of pets at the Humane Societies are great all over, the United States whenever this does occur. And I just feel that a lot of these pets, or some of the pets, can be prevented by taking, better care or better knowing of a game plan or an evacuation plan. Where are you taking the pets if you are in an evacuation area? Having your pets microchipped, having enough food for them for 2 weeks, enough water for them, enough of their medicines. Just lots of little tidbits of things during your hurricane planning should include the pets as well.
Absolutely, they're a member of your family, just like you would prepare for your children and yourselves. I mean, you definitely have to, have a go bag ready for them as well if you do decide to evacuate.
An escape route, that kind of thing. It's unacceptable to leave them behind when you're leaving.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And along those lines it's such an important item that we have a special place on our website to give you all the information, the great information that Dr. Fox just mentioned, including area, places in the state of Florida, hotels that will accept pets, pet-friendly hotels. That's something that you should check out in advance.
Absolutely. We have that on our website as well.
Oh, great.
That's a good resource.
With hurricane preparedness.
Yeah, absolutely. I know microchipping, too, is so important in case you do get separated from your pet.
That's vital.
That will help you get your pet back.
And also make sure that the information has been updated. People move, and it's so important. Just like a change of address, you have to get that microchip updated as well, that information.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Jenny. We have animals that are found as strays by animal control all the time that have microchips, but when the first thing animal control does and the first thing that we do as a second check is to look for that information. But so often we call the numbers associated with those chips, and the people are no longer the current owner of that pet, yet, or they've moved.
Yeah.
And they haven't updated. We've seen that
Right.
many times as well.
Right, and I know that I believe that we have a resource on our website as well, cityofpsl.com, where you can look at that information, and we've actually listed resources and common microchip companies and links to them, so you can go in and figure out, because it's a little daunting if you don't, you know, you really need to know what brand that microchip is to go in and and be able to update that information.
Right, and not just for hurricane season. I mean, if your dog saunters out the door someday and you're not aware of it, it's the best plan of attack to make sure that you get that dog back again, safe and sound. And cats too, not just dogs. Yeah, I'm mentioning dogs
Exotics,
because
I mean, everything needs a game plan.
Birds, exactly.
Everything needs a game plan in place.
How many days or weeks out worth of supplies are you supposed to have?
About 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks, okay. So medications.
Medications, food, water. I mean, it's about a gallon per 50-pound pet per day. So, you know, that needs to be factored in your water, you know, consumption, rations.
Okay, great. Okay,
I even bought the plastic bins with the lids on them to keep our dog supplies in, because you have to be able to grab and go sometimes in an emergency.
Just keep it all
and you know, keep an extra, just like we do with our, like Dr. Fox said, your people supplies.
Yeah.
We've been lucky, so people have gotten complacent, and I hope that we're lucky again this year.
Exactly. Well, great. That's great information. And Rita, I see you have a brick over there on the other side of Mabel. What's that all about?
Thanks for noticing. People that watch your show regularly know that we're about to open a brand new shelter, a second facility, so we're real happy about that. In Port St. Lucie on Glades Cutoff Road. It's on 4 1/4 acres of land. There is room for build out in the future as funds allow us to do that, but we are about to move into that. Our target date at this point is October 1st with a grand opening very shortly after that, which people will read about in the newspaper and on our website. In the meantime, we have already started laying bricks, which are memorial bricks that have been purchased by people that want to either honor a human loved one or a four-legged loved one, or for any reason. It can say anything. So I just brought a sample in for you. They are $100 a piece, and you get 3 lines of 20 characters per line. So there's plenty of room to put a message on there. For an additional cost, you can have a little sort of engraving of a paw print or things like that on it as well. So, you know, I would advise people to check our website to either download the form itself or stop in at 100 Savannah Road in Fort Pierce to pick up a form and let us know what you want to say. But again, they're $100 a piece, and it really is a permanent way to honor a loved one at our new shelter in Port St. Lucie.
And that pathway, does that lead to sort of the outside area for the animals?
Yes, well, it's at on the outside of the shelter. And I'm really excited for people to see our shelter. We have a virtual tour on our website of it, but to see it in person is just incredible. It's a beautiful, beautiful building, state of the art. It's got, you know, all kinds of really cool fresh air features to keep contamination down. Dr. Fox probably knows more about that than I do. We don't have air conditioning there, and some people are a little startled at that, but it's a state-of-the-art system that lets the bad air flow out and the good air flow in and keep the place cool that way. And the reason for that is because of the diseases that can be spread.
Especially the respiratory diseases in cats and
through the system, through
the normal air conditioner,
Oh my goodness.
I mean, the viruses, you know, especially in the kitty cats, that's a tough one, and the dogs as well. So it should keep a lot of that respiratory down, which would be really nice.
So we're, you know, when we have the grand opening, you know, the public will be invited to come out and take some tours of the new building and just see what it's all about. We're really, really, really excited about it, especially since the Fort Pierce facility will remain open, because that means we can house and care for that many more cats and dogs.
That's great. That's great. So people can just go to your website for updates on upcoming events and things. What's your website?
www.hsslc.org. Stands for Humane Society St. Lucie County.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks, Mabel. I think you'll be adopted
She'll
here
be
pretty
adopted.
soon.
Yeah.
You're such a nice girl.
Hopefully Mabel's new owner will bring her to our grand opening. Wouldn't that be great?
There you go. Well, wonderful. All right. Well, again, thank you so much, Rita Hart from the Humane Society of St. Lucie County and Dr. Leonard Fox from
Thank
the
you for
Animal
having me.
Hospital of Westport St. Lucie. Thank you.
Thanks,
And
Jenny.
take care. And we'll be right back after these messages.